students, today we will start with the new chapter on animal behavior. So when I say animal behavior, many of you have seen the different types of animals in your surroundings. Have you seen honeybee? You have all seen honeybee. How it moves from one flower to the other flower. In search of what? In search of that nectar. You have seen butterflies from one flower to other flower. You have seen so many good birds who are working very hard to make that nest. You have all seen the nest, isn't it? Nest, how beautiful the construction of that nest. Even our engineers cannot do such beautiful nest made by these birds. Beaver bird, baya bird. Birds make their own nest. You have seen the animals running when they see the predators. Predators meaning, you understood? Like example, when the mouse sees the cat, what will be the response given by this mouse? The mouse will start running out of fear because it is the prey for the cat. So here in this way, like this, we are saying this is one type of behavior which we see. Even we humans also show one type of behavior. We say, no, like when we see elders, we just stand or we wish them. Or when you see teachers, you wish them. That is, you are well behaved, we say. And when you feel hungry, you just go and have food. When you are very hungry, there is no need of anyone to tell eat, 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 because you are already hungry. So there are some responses which we give for different stimuli. So this animal behave in a particular pattern. You have seen monkeys in one group. When they are roaming in a group, you have seen how they behave. When they are friends, how they are grooming one another. If both the monkeys are very friendly to one another, you have seen in one group, if the monkeys are very friendly to one another, you have seen them grooming, cleaning their head, hairs and all. Suppose if they are enemies of one another, you have seen them showing their teeth, shouting. So this is the type of pattern what we see in the animals. So that all things we are going to learn in the chapter animal behavior. So here if we take the animal, this animal is going to interact with so many things. Like it is going to interact with the other animal. I told monkey. Example, monkey is going to interact with the other monkeys. Then sometimes it may interact with the other living beings. Like if it sees the other animal, how it is interacting with those animals. A dog, you have seen the dog moving in groups, how it interacts. So that means an animal will interact with the same type of the animal or the other living beings. Or it can also interact with the environment. How the animals interact with the animals. Now suppose we take our own example, we humans. Our environment becomes cool, we wear woolen clothes. Suppose if it's very hot, we wear light clothes, cotton clothes. So that is, we are responding to the environment. We are interacting with the environment. So in this way, we are showing different types of behavior. So that is called as the animal behavior. So understood here how it is interacting with different factors. So that means it can respond to two types of stimuli. So stimuli means, see, now if I tell heat, temperature, this is not internal stimuli, it is external stimuli. Sound. When the mouse hears the sound of the cat, meow, what is the response shown by that mice or that mouse? It starts running, sound. When the lion roars, you have seen all the timid animals running away. That sound. So like that you have seen we are responding to either external stimuli or internal stimuli. So the stimuli can be external or internal. Page number 94. Page number 94 and 95. You have to refer to the textbook, page number 94 and 95. So here external stimuli includes sound, Smell. Threat. Threat means when there is a roaring of the lion, that is threat. Then we have one more, that is weather condition. Heat, temperature, these are all the weather conditions. They come under which stimuli? External stimuli. While the internal stimuli includes only two, that is hunger and fear. Hunger is not coming from outside. That is something which is there internal. Fear also is internal. You have seen all the lions are not fearful of the other animals. So fear is something there which is internal. Like when you have, there is a speech announcement, you have to give a speech on the current topic, that is the virus, coronavirus. If you have to speak, maybe not all will speak. Like when online class is going, if you ask questions, all may not be able to answer. Maybe they know the answer, but they are unable to say because of fear. Everyone is not fearful. Did you follow? So that fear is there internally. Fear is internal. Another one factor, hunger. Something which is there internally, that is called as internal stimuli. So now we will see how it is responding to the different stimuli. So that means animal behavior can be of different types. Page number 95. Everyone should refer to page number 95. So animal behavior can be either instinct or imprinting. Instinct, imprinting. Next one, see, conditioning. Last one, imitation. So the different types of animal behaviors include, look on page number 95, instinct, imprinting, conditioning, imitation. So these are the four different types. Till now the scientists have studied about the four types of animal behavior. Instinct behavior is something that we need not learn. Like swimming, you learn that swimming, then you can jump into the swimming pool. But fishes do not learn swimming, isn't it? Fishes, they are learning it by instinct. They are inbuilt in their genes. Instinct. Did you understand? Instinct means what? These are some things which we do not learn. Like example they have given. Nest making by whom? Birds. Nobody is teaching the birds to make the nest. It is learning by its instinct. Then choosing mates. You know mates. For reproduction they have to select mates. So that selection also is not, that is instinct. It is there in our genes. Forming into groups for protection. So if you see a group of monkey, they will form their own groups to protect themselves from the other enemy. So like this, you have seen a group of tiger, group of lions coming together and attacking a zebra or something in Discovery Channel. How it attacks. So these are all some things or some behavior which we have it by birth, or it is there in our genes. That is called as instinct. The second type, instinct. Again, in us also we too have something by instinct. Like if you see a hot object, if you see a sharp object, you remove your finger by it, you withdraw your fingers, you withdraw your feet. Nobody is teaching us that things, but we do it. Even a small child, but first time it will touch the fire. After that it will not touch because it has learned that this fire is causing the burn. So that is called as instinct. So this type of behavior is also called as reflex. Reflexes. Like you blink your eyes, you close your eyes. When you see bright light, you close your eyes to protect your eyes from that bright light. So in this way, if any you get some germs or you get some diseases coming, diseases in the sense like some dust particles coming, you close your eyelids. So that is also one behavior that is called as instinct. So the example is reflexes. Reflexes means followed closing of eyes, withdrawal of your hands and fingers. So these are all the examples. The second type is called as imprinting. Now when I say imprinting, you have to remember the example here. They have given figure 4. Hen and pullets. Pullets means small chicks. Duck and ducklings, the young ones. So this duck or this ducklings or these chicks, they learn it from the mother how to behave. That is imprinting. Whatever quality is there, that is getting imprinted in their mind. They learn it when the mother hen is walking. Who is following? The chicks are following. The pullets are following. The duck, wherever the duck is going into water, ducklings also go into the water. Nobody is teaching them the swimming there. They learn it because they are learning it from their mother. That is called as imprinting. So that is, they are learning it from their mother. Suppose if they are seeing something inanimate object and they are following it, they will behave like that. So they are learning it from their mother. So imprinting is something what we learn from whoever is teaching, our leader. Like example you can think, isn't it? At home, your mother is always keeping the house neat and tidy. So what is happening? Your mother again and again reminds you that you should keep your house neat and tidy, keep your books in proper places. So that gets imprinted in your mind. So you too do the same. Did you follow? So that is imprinting. That is imprinting. Following it from the mother. Example, chick. Ducklings learning it from their hen, from the hen and the duck. Next is one thing called as conditioning. Conditioning is something which you learn throughout your lifetime. Lifetime in the sense like you are learning it. Example I tell you, conditioning. Like you know that now you are having online classes, isn't it? As the time goes, you know 1:10 is the time for biology class. That is you are getting used to that timing. When you were in school, you know, when the bell goes 1 o'clock the bell goes. Before 5 minutes only in your stomach there is rats. There is rats playing kabaddi or you get so much, you feel hungry. Because you know after 5 minutes you have the lunch break. And evening 4 o'clock you are so happy for the school bell because you are going to go back home. So did you understand that bell, school bell, is just like you are conditioning your mind that after this next period, after this I will go home, after this I will go for lunch breaks. That means when you hear the sound of that long bell, you know you are going to go home. When you hear that long bell in the afternoon, you know you are going to have your lunch. So that means you are conditioning your mind, you are learning it. Like you stand in attention for the national anthem. When you were in the primary classes, when you were in small KG, LKG, UKG, senior, junior classes, you never knew that you have to stand in attention for the national anthem. But now when you are growing, you have learned that. Because teachers are again and again telling you, you should stand in attention when it is the national anthem. They are telling you now and then. So what happened? As you grow, you came to know that you have to stand in attention. So this was conditioning, and you have to remember one scientist, his name is Ivan Pavlov. He is the one who studied about these reflexes, that is called as conditioned reflexes. So you can see page number 96. There is a photograph of Ivan Pavlov and one experiment. He did it with the animal dog. So what was that dog experiment? So what Ivan Pavlov did, he took a dog and he gave the dog So what he did was, first he gave food. Dog started what? Whenever the dog sees the food or the bone, you have seen what response the dog gives. It starts salivating. Salivating means followed. There is so much secretion of saliva. So what he did, first he gave food, dog started salivating. Next he did not give food, no salivation. And what he did, he connected this food with the bell. That means whenever he gave food, there was a bell. Food, bell, what is the response? Salivate. Salivate. The dog will salivate. Food, bell, salivate. Food, bell, salivate. Like this we did many times. Then what he did? He didn't give food, only bell. But response was the dog started salivating. Why the dog started salivating though there was no food? Because the dog knew when there is bell, he connected that when there is bell, there is food. And when there is food, dog started salivating. So this is Ivan Pavlov, scientist who studied about which reflexes? Conditioned reflexes. So like you can see next page, page number 97, you can see some fence, electric fence, isn't it? Some farmers, they keep the electric fence to avoid the entry of wild pigs or sheep into their fields. They are keeping some electric fences. But you have seen the sheep will not go and touch that, because they are conditioned that if they touch that electric, they will get shocked. So they avoid. Like that you also avoid some things in your life. You are conditioned that if you touch the electric wires, open electric wires, you will get shocked. If you touch the hot object, you are going to burn your fingers. If you don't follow the traffic rules, you are going to meet with an accident. If you don't keep an helmet, you will have head injury. All this you are conditioning. Many have no habit of keeping these helmets. But this helmet is a must. Helmet, seat belt. We forget many a times, but your elders remind you now and then that you have to use helmet, seat belts. So parents also give us this conditioning. Next one is imitation. Imitation means something, we are talking about animal behavior, then we will go to human behavior. So in animal behavior, another one character is about imitation. Imitation means copying. Page number 97. One animal copies the other animal. So we have seen mainly in human. You imitate, like you like Allu Arjun so much. So you try to imitate how Allu Arjun is driving or riding the bike. Or you try to imitate someone like the hero you like the most, heroine you like the most. So like that you imitate. Imitate means copy. So this is all about which animal behavior. Next we have to start with which behavior? We have to talk about human behavior. So human behavior we will do in the next class. Till we meet again. Thank you.